Julius, you got off to a huge start tonight while everyone, it seemed else, was trying to find their way in to the game. Just how important was it for you to set that tone and just make sure you could keep the thing afloat while everyone else was kind of joining up with you?
Super important. I always think, for us as a team, when we get off the good starts, it kind of sets the tone for us as a team for the game. So I always try to come out with the mindset of just being aggressive early, whether that's, me scoring or getting my teammates involved. That's just really my mindset. I know how important it is for our team.
The Warriors defense has been physical with you guys all through the play. What did you find in the third quarter as a group collectively that allowed you to kind of blow the doors open?
Our defense. They averaged 60. They averaged 30 a quarter for the first half, and we held them to 17 points in the third quarter. I think it was really as simple as our defense. We got stops, and we were able to get out, in transition, get some easy looks. Obviously, Ant went crazy in the third quarter as well, hitting multiple threes. So, that kind of, gave us some good separation, and, we just got some consistent stops.
Julius, you've talked to us over the course of the season about overcoming physical things, right? You had the injury coming into training camp and then the groin in the middle of the season. What's the mental battle been like this season and to kind of come out both physically and mentally, seem like you're in a really good spot?
I don't know, man. I've battled through a lot in my career, to be honest. So, my first game in my career, I broke my leg. You know what I mean? So I've been through a lot. I had a great mentor in Kobe, that didn't necessarily let me pout or get down on myself. His thing was always, all right, what's next? How can you get better? How can you improve? So I always just kind of took that mentality with me. Growing up, my mom raised me to be a hard worker and not feel sorry for myself. So, I just think it's in my DNA and it's just a part of who I am. I look forward to challenges, adversity, all that different type of stuff. It's room for growth.
Julius, along those same big picture lines, your first press conference in Minnesota, you talked about how when you were with Coach Finch in New Orleans, he used you in ways that were the best you had used at that point in your career. And now, all these months later, you've been given a bandwidth to utilize your entire skill set with a lot of quality teammates. What has that been like, that whole process of going through and having your, being able to play all aspects of your game?
It's been great. It's been great. Like you said from the beginning, I knew what type of coach Finch was and, what type of basketball mind he was. So I was extremely excited to get here and play for Coach. I think along, the season, it was more about learning my personnel and the players that I'm playing with. And where they like the ball, what they like to do, just tendencies and stuff like that. So it took me a little bit to figure it out and adjust my game. But I think now we're just kind of reaping the benefits of it and just being able to be utilized and, do many different things on the court. So I've always in my career prided myself on my versatility and being able to do everything on the court.
Julius, Finch said Ant was really vocal at halftime tonight. Ant said Finch told you guys you were playing like you had already won the series. Just on a night like tonight, what is halftime like? And is it intense? Is it vocal? And how did that maybe produce the response you guys were looking for in the third quarter?
It was extremely vocal. We were just talking about what we need to do better. I don't think it was any panic or tension. It was who we are as a team. We're all right, we need to do this better. We need to play better defense. We weren't guarding anybody in the first half. That was first and foremost, and that's where we hang our hat at. They had 60 in the first half, and I think every game we've held them under 100, so far, if I'm not mistaken. But we just knew that we had to turn it up a notch. We weren't executing the game plan. We weren't doing things with intention and, full-on effort and all those different type of things. So, if we change that, we can get control of the game. So we just couldn't take the opportunity that we had lightly. We had a chance to go 3-1 on their home court. Game 5, have a chance to close out on our court. So, we got to take advantage of these moments.
Julius, so many times in this series, especially the last two games here, the Warriors will go on runs and then you'll have a response. Is that something that you kind of take pride in doing?
I just try to be in tune and be in the moment of like what's going on. I know if they're going on a run, just try to settle in and get us some good offense. Or like if we turn the ball over, I feel like it's important for us to come down next possession and get a good, clean look, or a good shot. So they're a team that like you don't want to turn the ball over because that's how their shooters like Buddy Hield and Pazinski and all those guys get loose, or Kuminga gets easy looks in transition. So you want to try to take care of the ball, versus them, which we didn't do in the fourth quarter at all. But yeah, I mean, when they go on runs, I just try to settle in, get us something good, get everybody to calm down and, just get a good possession.
Julie, sounds like you're battling a sinus infection. What little surprised, I guess, at yourself then and how you came out offensively, seemingly on fire?
Yeah, maybe I need to be sick more. But, yeah, I mean, I guess the changing of the season and all those different type of things bothered me a little bit. My son here, his eyes were swollen shut a couple days ago, so he was hurt too, but pulled through, handled business. I'll be fine. Yeah.
Kai, what do you like most about watching your dad play?
I like to hype him up, and I like to just watch him play and play his hardest.
What do you tell him?
I don't know, I just tell him to lock in and play good.
It's good advice. It's good advice.
Julius, you and Ant provided so much production for this team throughout the first two rounds. How do you think you each push the team through, whether it be on the court, off the court, demeanor, whatever?
I mean, for me personally, I know it starts with us, but I mean, it's Ant. Like, Ant's, the brightest star in the room. And not just from what he does on the basketball court, it's his personality and how he brings everybody together. How he can communicate and just light up a room. He has that it factor. So for me, I always just try to tell him to go be great. I said it before. I try to tell him to go be great. And I try to play off of that and make the game as easy as possible as I can for him. But, it's really him. I said it from the beginning when I signed. When I got traded here, like, he's special. He has a chance to be as great as he wants to be. So I just try to push him and challenge him and also be there for him any way I can because, we only going to go as far as he goes, as he takes us. He's taking us pretty far right now.
Julius, what's it like playing with Mike? And there's probably not too many people you pick up stuff from at this stage in your career, but is he somebody that you kind of have gained some stuff from?
Yeah, I won't talk about how old he is today. But Mike, man, his presence is unbelievable, man. Like, he's as steady as they come. Just his ability. I don't know if it's a point guard thing or if it's just Mike, because his ability to communicate with everybody, each individual on the team in different ways and bring the best out of everybody. How he competes every single night. He's so versatile and does so many things, and he's just a great basketball mind, man. So besides, like, what he does on the court, like, his leadership is unbelievable, and it's something that I've really learned from him this year and been able to take and add to my game. But he's just a calming, settling presence for our team.
Thanks, Jim.
Thank you.